Hello everyone, my name is Benji and I am a big fan of Royal Base. Royal Base has been an interesting deck ever since it came out, to me at least, and it has gotten some very good support in BT23 and EX11, which is the reason why I took it to locals and actually won a local and got like third place the following week. We also got gameplay to look at later, but I want to share the deck with you because I think it's really cool, and I'm gonna go over the general idea how Royal Base works and then talk more about what ratios I think are pretty good, what cards are pretty good, and what cards I guess shouldn't be played or should be avoided because I think they're unnecessary. But yeah, we'll get into later, starting with the first card right now, which is the BT18 Pururomon. Pururomon is the first, this is the first Pururomon. There's also a second Pururomon from EX11 that just released. I'm going to get into this Pururomon, which is also kind of a draw. Because if you move your Digimon out, at the start of main phase, you can place a Digimon card with Royal Base trait from your hand as the bottom security to take your top security to hand. And the card that is placed is also placed face up, which gives bonus effects to all of your Digimon. But even disregarding the security effects, if they're face up, you already get a card from a security to the hand by replacing one card in your hand. So it's basically a draw, because getting the top card of your deck or getting the top card of your security is virtually the same if you don't know what's in your security. That already makes Royal Base, in my eyes, kind of consistent, because over the course of a match, you'll kind of replace your entire security with cards from your hand, meaning you get like 5 draws on top of your normal Digivolution draws, your searches, your other cards. So Pururomon, kind of nice. And next up, we've got the level 3 Digimon. And level 3 Digimon, we've got 4 different Funbimons, starting with the easiest one, I guess, would be the BT19 Funbimon. So BT19 Funbimon reduces the Digivolution on top of Royal Base by 1. Pretty easy, right? You've seen these kind of rookies all over the place, so that's nothing special. But the security effect, if it's placed face down, gives a plus 1000 DP, all turns to all of your Royal Base trait Digimon. That's a recurring thing with level 3 and level 4 Digimon, with some exceptions, but most of them give 1000 DP as well as inherited plus 1000 DP. So nice rookie. Also a pretty important one is the EX11 Funbi, just newly released, is basically the best one. If I could play 8, I most definitely would play 8 of those. They give reboot in security, which is pretty nice if you want to attack. But more importantly, the start of main is the same as Pururomon, but backwards. You first take the top face down card of your security to hand, and then place a Royal Base trait Digimon from your hand as face-up bottom security. So the difference here is that you don't necessarily have to take a card into your hand if there are no face-down cards. It only says you take your top face-down card to hand. And then the second part, you can always do. Meaning, if you have 5 face-up cards, you can just place a face-up card, which is your 6th security. So there's a recover 1. That's pretty good against like aggressive decks that just want to get some early chip damage in. You can, without any cost, like, okay, -1 card in hand, I guess, but you can pretty consistently recover 1 and also get the bonus effects, obviously. It's not uncommon to get like 16,000 DP on your mega level Digimon with all of the plus DP effects. Like 16,000 or more even, because again, every level 3, which we have 12 of, and every level 10 is like every level 4, which we have 10 of, is like 1000 DP, with some exceptions like this Funbimon. So moving on, the Funbimon from BT18, I guess you could cut that one for the BT23, but it's pretty nice. On play, you can do the same thing Pururomon does. Placing 1 Digimon card with Royal Base as the face up bottom security card, you add your top security card to hand. That's just a little bit more tempo, right? If you have too many cards in hand or something, you can just play this guy out for free and you've got some more tempo. I think it's neat, I think it's okay, and most of the time I think I put this Funbimon into security because I don't necessarily need him, and I already digivolved in Erasing because obviously the BT19 Funbimon and the EX11 Funbimon are both just better. And the last one, Funbimon BT23, is just a searcher. Like, you search top 3 cards of your deck and take 1 Royal Base in its text card and 1 card with CS trait among them to your hand. So the entire BT23 line is CS trait, which means there are like 15 targets in the deck, and the rest obviously has Royal Base in its text. The only exception you can see at the bottom is like Protoform, but I mean, Protoform is nice, you don't have to have it, but if you find it, it's okay. Also pretty important is like the Fae Tamer. Fae doesn't have Royal Base trait, which means she couldn't have been searched if the Funbimon searched for Royal Base trait. So yeah, but Fae has Royal Base in its text, so it's searchable, and also CS trait, guaranteeing you like a double search if you find the Fae. And Fae is really important because she's insane. Moving on into Forgebimon. Forgebimon BT19, that's like a 3 of he's pretty nice. He can protect something else. If another Digimon with royal-based trait would leave the battle area, you can place him as the bottom security face up to protect the Digimon that would leave the battle area. Also giving plus 1000 because at that point he's a face-up card in security, which is kind of nice. It's just some protection, but nothing special to write home about. Moving on, Waspmon, when Digivolving, plays out a Tamer with royal base in its text. Also pretty well how they worded that one, because again, you can play out the Fae, this Fae, and the winner. The new winner is kind of nice. You can also see I play 2 of the new winner, 4 of the Fae, because Fae is the best Tamer in this deck, and winner is also kind of nice. He's a memory setter, but we'll get into him a moment later. Waspmon also plus 1000 DP in security and inherited. It's a nice card. And to round the champions off, the Forge Beamon from EX11 does actually the same thing as Forge Beamon, as the Fun Beamon from EX11, only at the when Digivolving timing and not the start of main time. So again, you can take the top face down card and place a face up card as bottom security. If you don't have any face down cards, you will just recover 1, which is insane. Also, he gives reboot. From level 5, we're going to start off with the Canby from BT18, which is insane because you Digivolve by 1 for each of your face-up security cards, meaning it's not uncommon that you Digivolve by 3, 4, 5, or 7, doesn't matter. Just according to your security, you're just going to Digivolve, which is insane. The Altern's Inherited trashes a card of your opponent's security, like the top security card. If you win a battle, that one you don't care about that much. Like the Canby is just for Digivolve most of the time. This Canby on the other side should be your main thing. It's a 4-off when it comes to my deck, and wait, it's a 3-off. This should be a 4-off. Whatever. He also gives blocker as well as every other level 5 when in security, and all turns. It can Cannon can just protect itself if it would leave the battle area, also by battle. No, other than by your effects, which includes battle. And the cost that you have to pay for this is just flipping your top face-up card face down. This is like no cost, right? Because if you just flip it upside down, you can just use the Promon start of main or any other start of main on play when Digivolving effects, whatever, to just flip them face up again. So that's really, 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 really easy to achieve. And the all turns is basically the same effect. All turns inherited is basically the same effect, but it doesn't say this Digimon when this Digimon would leave the battle area, but any of my Digimon with the royal-based trait. So once you Digivolve on top of the Cannon Bee, you can protect anything on the board and not just itself, which is insane. Like building up a board that can protect itself, like having 2 stacks that have the Cannon Bee as inherited is insane, which is why this should be a 4-off instead of the Cannon Bee from BT18 as a 3-off. So right now you can see the 3-3. I think I played 2-4, but I'm not too sure. It should be 2-4, honestly. Moving on, Vespermon. Also blocker and security, and when Digivolving, for each face-up security card, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamer. So most of the time you're going to suspend the entire board, or at least all the blockers that they have as interaction when you want to go for the OTK. After that, you can stun one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamer to not unsuspend. That's really, really good to just stun the key card of your opponent, or like, for example, you can stun a Vortex Strawmon, which is going to be really, really important in the upcoming meta, but we don't have a lot of problems against Vortex Straw if we're going to take a look at our options. But yeah, Vespermon is kind of nice, and the inherited is the same as the Cannon Beamon. So if you Digivolve on top of that, you will have protection on one Digimon on your entire board once by flipping your security face down. It's kind of nice. So now, with all of that set up, we've got cheating security face up and protection, basically, and cheating out Tamers with the Waspmon. The entire idea of the deck has been, ever since BT23, to get 5 or 6 face-up security and then go into Tiger Vespermon, the literal ace card of the deck. So the on-play, when Digivolving places a card in with royal base trait from your hand or trash as face-up bottom security, and then returns some Digimon on your opponent's side with as much DP or less than the Tiger Vespermon. That's obviously pretty good and very, very synergy with all of the cards that give plus 1000 in security, and that's nice. More importantly, the all turns. Also, this is just a recover 1, right? You're placing a card from trash or hand straight up from there to the security. That's insane. But the all turns. When this Digimon suspends by flipping your top face-up security card face down, one Digimon unsuspends. One of your Digimon unsuspends. That's crazy. It's not once per turn, so every time this guy attacks, he can just unsuspend. Meaning you can attack 7 times if you have 6 face-up security cards. You just get a lot of face-up security cards and then go in for Tiger Vespermon. In case your opponent has too much on the board and you want to kind of outgrind them or out-advantage them, we also got an insane Queen Beemon in the Queen Beemon BT23. The Queen Beemon is, I don't know, one of the most broken cards for this deck I've ever seen. So if you play it out when Digivolve or when attacking, once per turn, you can place a royal-based trade card from your hand or trash face up as the bottom or top security, period. Just up until this point, you place one royal-based trade card, which is a huge difference from everything else that we've seen. Up until Tiger Vespermon, you could only place Digimon. But Queen Bee can place any card, meaning you can place an option card, like this guy right here, Horned Eraser. Horned Eraser, we'll get into Horned Eraser in a moment, but basically this is a board clear. This is also a recover 1, and you can place it on top of your security. It costs 8 memory, which means like just placing an 8 memory security bomb for 0, like for just as a one attacking effect, is insane. That also makes a lot of, now it makes a lot of sense why you have like this protection effect on the Cannon Bee as well as the Cannon Bee inherited. Because if you have the Queen Bee, you try to outgrind your opponent, you try to get a lot of advantage, and by protecting your Queen Bee, you can obviously reuse that effect as a when attacking after you Digivolved in the turn before. So yeah, Horned Eraser is insane. It was kind of mid before, but now with the Queen Bee, yeah, it's really insane. So not only does it place, like that's just the first half of the first effect. The rest of the first effect is that you delete up to 8 play costs worth of your opponent's Digimon, plus 2 by every face-up security. So for example, if you have 5 face-up security, that adds 10 play costs, so you can delete a total of 18 play costs at your opponent's board. This is a board clear. You can delete a lot of low levels, you can delete your opponent's boss monster, which is most likely going to have 18 or less play costs. If it's DevX, I guess you cannot delete it. You can delete it after you've got 6 security, which is not unlikely with the new royal base, so yeah, that's insane. Every time you Digivolve or attack or play it out, you just recover 1 and board clear. That's crazy. The other one is basically cheating out something. You may play one royal base trade card from one card with royal base in its text, including the Fae, from your hand. For each of your face-up security cards, you reduce this effect played the card that is played by this effect by 1. Again, if you have 5 face-up security cards, you play something out from hand, reduced by 5. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. That could be anything. That could be one of your rookies, one of your level 4s, one of those tamers, because they have royal base in the text. So Jesus Christ. The Queen Bee is insane. Even if Queen Bee leaves the field, it has done so much. It has deleted like 20 play costs and cheated out something. So yeah, crazy. And moving on to the tamers. Fae is the best tamer because start of main, you get 1 memory. That's pretty nice. But all turns, which is most likely going to be during your turn, when a card is placed face up in your security and it has the royal base trait, you can suspend the tamer, gain 1 memory, and if you have 7 or less cards in hand, draw 1. The draw 1 is pretty nice because with the new Fun Bee and the new Forge Bee, you might place some cards in security while you have no face down cards. So you go minus card advantage in hand. Fae fixes that problem and lets you go deeper into your deck, making the deck a bit more consistent, right? You most likely want to cheat out this Fae or play it out for 4 if your opponent started with a 3 memory play. But yeah, cheating it out is much better. So virtually this Fae, because you will always play something during your start of main timing or while you Digivolve into Tiger Vespa or Queen Bee, you will always place something in security, so you can suspend Fae to gain memory. And because you had a Digimon at the start of main phase timing, this Fae generates 2 memory each turn. And 2 memory is insane, especially if you stack those Faes. If you have 2 or 3 Faes, Jesus Christ, you're going to 9 memory. So yeah, crazy. The obligatory winner, start of turn, you go to 3 memory. Pretty nice. Also nice synergy with Fae. Synergy, quote unquote. You just go to 3 and start of main, you go to 5, which is insane. Winner on play is pretty cool. It's basically Fun Beemon and Forge Beemon from EX11. On play, take your top face down security card to hand and place 1 face up security card at royal base trade Digimon card as your face up bottom security. These are a lot of words that have meaning, I guess. At the end of turn, winner can also suspend to give one of your royal base trade collision, piercing, and attack. Which, that's crazy. You can out most of your opponent's Digimon with that. Because, again, your level 6 Digimon are going to have 16 or 17,000 DP. And giving them collision and attack means if they're suspended, just go into them. If they're not suspended, well, you have collision. They gain blocker, you attack. That's super, super, super insane. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. The winner is kind of nice, but not a 4-off. I mean, if you have 1 on board, you don't want to play another one. Even with the on play, it's just good to cheat him out, really. Not cheating him out is like such a slow play, but I guess not the worst. Again, if your opponent starts with goes first and starts with like a 3 or 4 memory play, playing out the winner to choke them at 1 having a memory setter. I guess that's pretty good. Moving on to the option Holiday Eraser. I've talked about this before. This is basically the second part of Queen Bee's effect. Main effect, you just place a Digimon card with royal base trait from a trash face up as a bottom security card and then delete a total of 8 play costs of your opponent's Digimon. This effect increases by 2 for each of your face-up security cards, so yeah, actually just the same. Security effect activates the main effect, so placing Holiday Eraser with the Queen Bee effect deletes your opponent's board, and if they dare to attack you, they will be cleared again. So yeah, kind of nice. Also, this goes through any Digimon immunity, which is a Fagamon and Vortex Dormon have a lot of, so yeah. Holiday Eraser as a 2-off is pretty insane. You could play it as a 1-off, but I'm really scared of Vortex Dormon and not diving it out against that, so Holiday Eraser at 2. Royal Base is one of the best cards in this deck. The only downside with Royal Base as at your start hand, I guess, because you want, if you're going first and you have Royal Base, you kind of won the game, but the downside is you need to have a rookie because the color is green-black and you only have a green egg, so only having the Perumon and Royal Base in hand does nothing, but if once you have got a Fun Bee, especially that Fun Bee, you can just play out the Royal Base, and its security effect is the first time you would Digivolve in a turn into a Royal Base trait card, reduced by 1. With this Fun Beemon, you obviously Digivolve into any champion for 0. That's insane. That's just crazy. Because as a main effect, I just skipped that one. The main effect is basically add the top card of your security to your hand and then place the Royal Base at your bottom security card, which is tempo, memory efficiency, and also as its security effect, once it's checked, you can play out a level 5 or lower. So imagine you recycle so much that the Royal Base is the top of your security card and you've got like 5 face up. So the opponent checks the Royal Base option, you play out something, and then you have 4 face up security left. So if you play out the Cannon Bee, which Digivolves by 4, your opponent is not happy. And that's pretty good in Digimon. Moving on, all of the Royal Base cards, Digimon cards, have the X Antibody trait. So X Antibody Protoform is just insane. You don't need to pay 2 to activate Scramble. You can just pay 0 to go into X Antibody Protoform and also reduce by 1. With the Royal Base option card and with the Fun Beemon, you can reduce left and right. And with Fae gaining you 2 memory each time a Fae exists, you are insanely memory efficient. And as we've discussed before, Tiger Vespa is the only card that you need to finish the game. So if you can Digivolve into your Tiger Vespa for kind of nothing, you are pretty good to go into your opponent's security and attack for like 7 times. This is the entire thing, and there are some things I, again, want to talk about. I've kind of glanced over all the things. Tiger Vespamon was the best card in the entire deck BT23, but Queen Bee changed that because Queen Bee can just give you so much advantage and clear the entire board that you're winning off of that. I mean, not solely off of that. You know you're always going to finish with Tiger Vespamon, but yeah, it's hard for your opponent to get back into the game if you have 2 tamers and then cheat out a 3rd tamer of Queen Bee, making you like actually unbeatable. It's really insane. There are some variants that play Tyrant Capitarimon, which can Digivolve on top of an Insectoid Digimon. All of them are Insectoid Digimon. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Tyrant Capitarimon, especially if you can just OTK with what you have right now with Tiger Vespamon. Also, there's this funny card Zubagon Punch from BT, BT8, I believe. Zubagon Punch is going to give your opponent plus 3000 DP, and if it has 16,000 DP or more, it's going to get blocker, reboot, and security deck plus 1. The most important part is obviously security deck plus 1, because you will most likely have 16,000 or more DP with Tiger Vespamon, and since you can unsuspend that often, you can make great use of the security deck plus 1, but in my humble opinion, I don't think security deck plus 1 is needed if you take 6 times. It's only needed if you play against Lucemon, who might have like on average 12 security during your entire match, because they're going to get checked, recover, checked, recover, checked, recover. So Zubagon Punch might be a good card in that matchup, but only in that matchup. I don't think anything else will need all of these checks. Who needs 10 checks? I have no idea. So Tiger Vespamon is enough. You don't need to play Fine Zubagon, and it doesn't have CS trade, not Royal Base trade. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, they have Insectoid by Rule trade. I'm just seeing that for the first time in my life. How did I glance over that? Well, Tyrant Capitarimon can play out all of them, and yes, Digivolve on top of these guys for 2. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Queen Bee is the most broken card. You don't want to Digivolve on top of that. Being unaffected by Digimon effects is whatever if you're suspended. You can just use your immunity, and if the immunity is not enough, they'll probably take care of the Tyrant Capitarimon anyways. Enough of the yapping. Let's actually jump into some local games. So we have kind of a lot of local games. We've got like 4 matches. And I think we're going to start off with like a chill one, which is against Who is it? It's Omnimon from King Leonhard. So that's, yeah, I mean, Omnimon is a really kind of nice deck. And let's actually just look along, see what happens here. Oh, you can even hear it. Awesome. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Your opponent most likely is going to play out a rookie for like 3 or like a memory boost, and you'll have 3 memories. So if it's our turn and we have a tamer in hand, this would be a pretty good play, and we can see, oh, I don't even have a rookie right now. So even right now, he doesn't have a lot of room to do anything. So we get around to our turn quite fast, I guess, and we have the Fey up, which is the Fey out, by the way. Again, another rookie happens. I mean, it's Omnimon, you need to find a tamer. Well, there's the Nokia bottom deck, not the best thing. Let's see, it seems like I have a rookie. No, I'm trying to use the option, put it in security, and now security was added. I'm taking top card. Now I can suspend the Fey, draw 1, gain 1, and see if I've got a rookie. I got a rookie, it's the EX11. EX11 Funbimon, which is, again, the one with the start of main. Let's pull it up. This guy, which is going to add the top card again. So we are kind of already at 3 face-up security cards. And we get the Funbi with the search effect. So the search effect is going to just add the option card. I mean, the option card is kind of nice. We bottom deck level 5, which means we might as well already have the level 5 in hand. But let's see how it goes. So he's trying to play out the tamer before drawing. That's fine. He's going to draw a card, then play out the tamer. And we can take advantage of this entire bot. If we can get into Queen Bee, which is memory-wise possible, we are kind of at 5 memory. If we look at it, we've got like, if we suspend Fey, we're at 4, and we've got a reduction by the Royal Base option card, so we are technically at 5. So we can Digivolve for 2, for 3, then we're at level 5, and then we're at 0 memory, and then we can go into Queen Bee. Hopefully we have Queen Bee. But let's see where we go. Let's actually skip ahead. We placed 2 level 4 Digimon. We've got Reboot and plus 1000 now. And also Protoform in hand. Protoform going up into the Forge Bee. Forge Bee is going to add the top security, which is face down. Place a face up card. This is blocker, so we've got Reboot blocker, 1000 DP. Kinda nice. And we might have another level 5 if we place the level 5 already. Yes. This is the Queen Bee, which, not the Queen Bee, the Cannon Bee, which I talked about before. Some protection. And there's the Queen Bee. So Queen Bee is going to delete all of these rookies after placing something and then go and cheat out something. Oh, we even placed the option card. Because it's, again, Royal-based trade card, which can be an option card as well, then delete all of them, and then play out for something reduced by 5, which can be a champion, like, or a tamer. Yeah, another Fey, a second Fey, so you can see right now, even if he outs the Queen Bee, which is kind of difficult, I'd say, we could place something with Protoform. I even forgot that. Protoform is really insane in this deck. Because every time your like stack is outed, you recover 1 basically. And if your opponent decides to not check security, because they don't want to give you Protoform, you will just take it to the hand, because all of your cards will take the top face down security card, which is Protoform. And then you can Digivolve again and recover again if you're going to get outed. So really strong stuff here. So he's gonna think out, play a tamer, and with all the memory. So you can see how I start my turn at 2 memory. With both of those phases, I should go to 6. Skipping ahead, we go to 6, correct. We cannot quite get into Tiger Vespermon now, but we can do crime, I guess. We can do a lot of disgusting things. We are at 6 face-up security. Oh no, wait, we got enough memory, because we were not only at 6 memory, but we also have 2 reduction by both of these Royal Base cards in security. Again, if Royal Base is face up in security, your first Digivolution is reduced by 1. So something unfortunate, we have the old Cannon Beemon as our stack, which doesn't give any protection, but since we've got protection under the Queen Beemon, we can also protect the Tiger Vespa with the Queen Beemon. And yeah, with Tiger Vespa on the field and 8 security face up, we have So enough DP, we've got enough unsuspense, and over the course of like 2 minutes, I'm going to attack into security, flip my cards face down one after another, and check one card after another. Again, DP-wise, we should be above any Omnimon, and let's see what we can do. Yep, last security and go for game. Up to the end, we had plus 4,000, meaning he's at 16,000, and only Omnimon Alter B has 16,000, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we were not able to lose that battle there. No, Omnimon Alter B also has 50,000, so there was zero chance we could have been defeated in security. At this point, our opponent was going to play... what's it called? Digital Gate Open, and Digital Gate Open is, yeah, pretty good. Nice start. We are again going to skip ahead. So we searched for a rookie, and we've got the BT18 Funbimon in Raising, which is not the best thing we want to see. Evolving into Waspmon and not playing out a Tamer. So, yeah, pretty unlucky. I guess we didn't find one of our 6 Tamers, which we could have seen. I mean, we already searched with the BT23 Funbimon, so yeah, it could have worked, but it didn't work out, whatever. I think we're like 10 cards deep into the deck, because we started with 6 cards in hand, drew a 7th card with the Digivolve and Raising, reveal top 3, which is 10 card, and then Digivolve for the 11th card, and not finding a Tamer in 11 cards. 11 cards is, yeah, whatever. Our opponent has Nokia up and is still in turn, so there's a lot of crime that can happen. There's a Gabumon. The Gabumon Surge is gonna get like a Tamer and a level 6 Digimon, kinda nice. And then set up another Tamer. I think we're cooked, gang. That's not looking good. If I remember correctly, I'm trying to go into level 4 and try to find level 5. No, I'm putting a security card in there because I was like, I need to find something. No, I found level 5. Actually, that was fine. I put it in there and then Digivolve reduced by 1, so I used my 4 memory with 2, option 2 Digivolve, and then, yeah, things are not looking great, because if if King Leohard has the Omnimon BT23, he can just bottom deck and Digivolve, delete, I mean, the lowest DP Digimon. And yeah, we are kinda cooked, because we can only make the cannon be protected once. So the stream shut down at that point, and he won the entire game. Yeah, BT23 Omnimon came down and deleted my entire board, leaving me like defenseless, and yeah, there was nothing else I could do. But game 3, I'm starting with like one of the best starts, BT20 EX11 Funbimon and the Royal Base option. Kind of nice. His start is a Gabumon and a Gabumon. Gonna grab something from hand, 1 CS trait and 1 Omnimon in its text. Yeah, we're gonna start with 1 memory, which is fine, because we can play something with Purumon and then play something with the Funbimon, which means we're already at 3 out of 5 security. 3 out of 5 face-up security is that. We have blocker and plus 1000. And also the Waspmon playing out a Tamer. The Tamer is going to be Faye. So we're going to Protoform, going to the Protection Cannon B. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Omnimon needs a Tamer to play, so we are pretty safe. And if there's nothing else happening here, we are looking at how many? We will be at 4 face-up securities with the Purumon, and if we Digivolve into Tiger Vespa, which we could have in hand, we got 5 face-up securities, which is 6 attacks, but we will not be, we wouldn't be safe, because the DP effect would vanish once we flip them face down to unsuspend. So there's a chance that we can OTK, but it's, again, not safe. So he's playing out a Mirai, which is pretty good, right? We are at 1, but 1 is already enough. Start of main, we gain 1, play something, suspend the Fae for memory and a draw. Are we Digivolving? Are we risking it? Yes. There's the Tiger Vespa. The thing I was contemplating at that point was, do I really want to put the Funby into security? I think that was the last Funby, and I only drew that Funby for the Digivolution of Tiger Vespermon. The reason for that is with the inherited effects we're at 14,000. And with the Funbimon that I just placed, we're always at 15,000 up until the very last check. So by placing the Funbimon, we should be pretty safe. For example, right now we're at 17,000. Digital Gate Open is going to play out a rookie. The rookie is going to search something. Just skipping ahead again, unsuspending, checking. That's an Alter S right now. We're at 60,000. Oh, wait, no, we are not safe. We are safe up until this attack. Right now, we go down to 15, so the next two checks cannot be any Omnimon, or we lose the overflow. I mean, it could have been, but so if the Omnimon would have been checked right here, I could still have protected and did something else. And again, we would have some sort of... I think I would have played the option for 2, leaving him at 1. Unable to do a lot of plays. So, but we're going in, see if it's an Omnimon. It's not an Omnimon, and the game is ours. GG. So that's how it works if the opponent is not doing all too much. Let's look at a game where it was a little bit harder, I guess. Which one? Against Millenniumon. Millenniumon was match 4, which is like the second to last round of the entire local. And I have to be honest, Millenniumon is really, really scary. Millenniumon is able to do a lot of damage with the new promo Millenniumon. I mean, while I'm doing my stuff, I think I've got the Fey in hand to choke him at 1 again. Let's see. On the second one, so let me pull it up. So this Millenniumon can on-play Digivolve something and then delete any Digimon. And it can delete itself to basically put stuff at the bottom of the deck. And after it plays something at the bottom of the deck, you will play out level 5 and level 6. Composite trait, which is Chimera and Machindra, and a lot of combinations with Chimera and Machindra can just DNA into Millenniumon again, which means you can gain memory back with the, I believe, BT80 or BT90 Millenniumon. I think it was BT80 Millenniumon. And also delete a lot of things, put something from trash on top of the deck. But yeah, really, really scary stuff. You can, as long as you have enough stuff in your trash, you will just go infinite with this Millenniumon and clear the entire board. Yeah, meanwhile, we have a pretty nice start, I guess. We've got something face-up in security already, so next turn we will go to at least 3 face-up security. We got something on board, we've got the winner, so we'll always go to 3 memory. We didn't really choke them, but I mean, getting out something on the board, drawing cards and stuff. Oh wow, there's the Fae, holy moly. Fae is kind of crazy here. We will go to guaranteed 5 memory, meaning we can go into level 5 all of the time. Potential Queen Beamon angle, because we can not go into level 6 at keep turn. Yeah, let's see how the plays go. Skip ahead a little bit. There's a Davidramon for some consistency. Drawing a card, trashing a card, placing cards under. There's the Funbimon. Funbimon is going to place. Funbimon is going to place. I don't know if that's a Funbimon. It's something. Again, we can go into level 5 easily and keep turn, but level 6 is not in our range. Oh no, wait, actually, we can Digivolve on top of the Waspmon. Oh my god. No, okay, we're not doing that. Maybe we're fishing for level 5? I don't know, I couldn't see my hand. Also pretty funny, if we didn't have the Fae already, we could have cheated it out right now and have had some pretty nice setup. But the Waspmon is gonna go in to do stuff, I guess. It seems like we don't have a level 5. There's a lot of contemplation. Oh my god, Faith for 4. And a Fenby. That sucks. That sucks greatly. We got a reboot. So I believe I should be like no, my entire board is gonna get cleared, right? There's the promo Millenniumon that we just talked about. Using assembly to reduce the play cost by 6. Evolving, deleting himself, suspending analog U for memory. Chitose, the new Chitose is going to play out a Gizamon, which is Gizamon BT15. And in case you don't remember the Gizamon BT15, I haven't had that on my mind ever up until that local. Gizamon BT15 gives one of my Digimon on the leash lose 1 memory, so that's also kind of part of the combo play, which tries to again play out stuff with the promo Millenniumon to keep your turn. So right now Gizamon gave one of my Digimon on the leash and lose 1 memory. Now he played out the Millenniumon and the Chimeramon. So now I don't know which on play, but one on play deleted one of my Digimon, gain 1. Now he got deleted and he can DNA Digivolve. He's going to delete something and then take my trash and return cards to the top of my deck in a certain order. And let's go slow here. The card that he put on at like the bottom of my top deck, I guess. So this card is Queen Beemon, by the way. Queen Beemon was in my security, I believe. And the thing about this Queen Beemon is the following. I didn't have a level 6 in my hand. So I could have, I think I got a level 5 in hand, but I'm not too sure. I didn't go into level 5 because there wouldn't be any follow-up, right? So the fact that he put the Queen Bee in hand, which was the Queen Bee on top of my deck, which would be easily drawn, is insane. It's really, really insane. I didn't have a Queen Bee, and he puts the Queen Bee as the top card. Makes a lot of sense. Usually I would just break on that Queen Bee, but the Queen Bee hard play is also in play. And I think I have a rookie in hand, so that's fine. Hornet Eraser is also pretty interesting. I can play something in security. Also, my security was stacked. Jesus. I got the Queen Bee that I needed to actually play on like in 2 turns, I believe. I had the Fae to gain 2 memory. I had the Hornet Eraser. Yeah, so Hornet Eraser is actually an up to play cost deletion effect. At that point I had 16 play costs that I could delete it, so I choose to only delete the Gizamon to not also trigger the undeletion from Millenniumon, giving him another on play. I didn't want to give him that. Also, if he leaves that Funbimon on the board, I will gain 2 memory from Fae and be able to attack and also recover with the Funbimon and also attack and go for game. I believe the machine also played Royal Base beforehand, so he knows if he doesn't take care of that Funbimon, he is dead. DP wise, we're also kind of looking good. I've got plus 30,000 in security. Oh, that's pretty funny. He's deleting his own Millenniumon to reduce the devolution cost, to reduce the play cost. That might have been the cheapest play, to be fair. Bottom decking both the Machine Ramon and both the Machine Ramon and the Chimeramon to again play out that guy from the trash. And with assembly, he can just reuse some things that he has in trash and not take his cards as a Digi-Cross with the other Millenniumon from hand. That's an easy deletion, and I am at a lot of memory. So let's see. I have a level 3 in hand. I know that for a fact. So at this board state, right, all of my cards are face up and none of them will be face down anytime soon. So this Funbimon is an easy recover one. If I can clear the board, I'm at a pretty good situation. That's the Stun Vespermon, which is also pretty good against Millenniumon. This Millenniumon always has security +1 because of the Chimeramon. If we can stun that Chimeramon, he loses 2 checks. So, and we also got Protoform, meaning we can actually go into level 6. Because we did draw for 1 and for 3. Suspending everything. Stunning the Millenniumon. Yes. And with the Queen Bee that he gave me to the top deck, I can just put something in security, and guess what? I can put the Hornet Eraser. Hornet Eraser is, again, pretty good. Once he checks, I can just delete the small stuff, and he's left with a single Millenniumon. Okay, also cheating out something with the cost reduced by 5. Well, before we play something out with the cost reduced, obviously, we added something to security, so draw 2 cards and gain 2 memory. Second, when Digivolving is gonna play out a fun researcher, why not? Go for some consistency. Well, there's our level 5. And another copy of Winner, for whatever reason. Maybe recover, I don't know. I mean, we don't need a second Winner, we don't need a second level 5. Next turn should be game. But let's see where this goes. So he goes in with the Digimon. On the Razor's gonna place a Cannon Bee from the trash. We gain blocker, and again we keep the same number of face-up security cards, leaving us with like 6-7 security cards in the next turn, depending on if we want to go in for the Queen Bee Mon attack to place 1 card from security to from 1 card from trash to security, or if we just want to go in with the Tadeka Vespa without doing anything else. Now he's got a Chitose, which is like a Gizamon, and also 2 Analog Youth. So let's see where his combo is going to lead him memory-wise. I think Chitose can also play the Gizamon from the trash, but let's see. So there's the good old assembly, Digivolving by Queen Bee. Not the nicest thing, but whatever. He might need to delete his stunned Millenniumon. Again, I would just be 2 security shorter if he went for the Millenniumon beforehand. Goes for the Analog Youth. Deletes his own Millenniumon, playing out the Gizamon again, yeah. Nice stuff, nice stuff. Also playing out another Millenniumon by bottom deck some composite cards. Also version 3 and version 5 can be bottom decked for this effect. Good job. Let's see which Millenniumon it is. Oh no, it's first the 2 different level 6 or lower. Everything is digivolved by 1, then Chimeramon on play can delete something. Yeah. Nice. Oh, he's not going to DNA. Okay. So here's the thing that I've talked about with our opponent leaving us at 5 memory and with 2 phase on the board. Skipping ahead, we go to 9 memory. And also we've got like 6. Yeah, we are at 7 security. So with 9 memory, there's nothing else. So there's only 1 redirect, which is on the Millenniumon. The Millenniumon has no protection, no immunity, only an on deletion. So there's nothing that keeps us from winning. We go straight into Tiger Vespamon, go into the 8th security. Right now we should be at like 19,000 DP. Let's count it actually. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000, 6, 7. Meaning a +7, which is 19,000. Yes, bless you. Yeah, so we just unsuspend like crazy. Go for attack, 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 attack. The video's loading. And I mean, we are at least 17,000, 16,000 up until the very last check, so there shouldn't be anything. Also, we are permanently protected by the Cannon Beamon. So yeah, GG, game 1. Game 2, let's see how that one goes. Demi-Meramon. Just a Chitose. Chitose will come down for 4. On play, drop something to draw 1 and game 1. We've got, again, EX11 Funby, pretty good. And choking him at 1, there is the Fae. I mean, tempo-wise, we are kind of good. Phase, 2 memory each turn. We've got the egg, we've got the Funbimon, so everything is pretty nice. He's gone for Insane Synthetic Digimon. Monsters, Insane Synthetic Monster. Yeah, and with the Fae, again, we could choke him, so he only had 1 action, but we've got more than 1 action. We've got like 2 security that are going to be replaced with face-up cards. After that, a lot of contemplation, going into Forge B with the Protoform. And after that, let's see the level 5. There's a level 5. Why did we have a level 5 in hand? Easy, because we placed 2 level 5s in security, meaning we have an abundance of level 5s. We would have never placed level 5 if we didn't have the level 5. He has a Gizamon. Start of main, Chitose is gonna give him a memory. Digivolving the Gizamon into... what's it called? Deltamon. Deltamon is gonna grab something back from the trash by trashing 1 card in hand. I'm reading the promo Millenniumon once again and realize, oh, you can just do stuff with the composite trade stuff, version 3 and version 5. Kind of nice. And now here's the thing, he attacks. So here's the case for not acing, because he can just play Millenniumon and try to digivolve that. But he would have to have the promo again in hand. And I was high rolling and saying, no, you don't have a second Millenniumon in hand, you cannot out my stack, because I have 1 layer of protection. Any other Millenniumon is not going to out my Tiger Vespermon. So we should be fine. And yeah, there's the Wicked God emerges, which is nothing that deletes us. And we are at kind of 5 memory again. Now, the very interesting part is, and which is why I play the BT18 Funbimon, if we can get 1 more card into our security, we are at 5 security, which means we have 6 attacks, and 6 attacks is enough to OTK a player at 5 lives. Keep in mind, this is turn 3, so the ace really gave us a lot of tempo, and we had a pretty tempo-full start, you could say. Royal Base obviously plays itself in security, which is 4 unsuspense, no, 5 unsuspense and 6 attacks. So if we don't get deleted in battle, we should be fine. I mean, the first 4 attacks are always safe because we have 1 layer of protection. Currently we are at 1, 2, 3, 4 plus DP, so we're at 60,000 DP. And we go through 2 Millenniumon. If they would have been at the bottom of the security, things would look different, but now we can go in with 15,000. And now here are the scary checks. I mean, 15 is already scary, but let's see how the 14,000 check is going. It's fine. And before the last attack, I guess I could have played that earlier. There's the Funbimon. Placing another 1000 DP. So we are back at 15. With protection, by the way. So we always had 6 unsuspense and 7 attacks. And that's game. GG. That's how things can go. Also, it was really... Okay, let's move on to the... By the way, I kind of want to show you this game. So, Jupitermon against Royal Base. This was finally the 5th match of the local. And I started... And my opponent bricked like crazy. So it's Jupitermon, but the only thing he does is playing out homos. His hand is only level 5s. I think in the entire VOD you can see that he only has level 5s in hand. Yes, there's the Venusmon, Egochus. 3 level 5s, 1 level 6. And the problem is I don't have a level 4, I don't have Royal Base in hand, I don't have a Rookie in hand, and the only thing I have is a 5-cost Tamer. But if your opponent starts with home rolls, you don't need to do... It's not rocket science, he's going to have a hard time in this match, because I already have a memory setter and some nice searching going on. So his next thing is going to Elecmon and in Nori. The Elecmon is going to be deleted, and nothing else comes from security, but he gains some memory, I guess. We've got the cannon beam. We've got 4 face-up security, which is insane. All of them give DP, so this is a 14,000 DP cannon bee. Yeah, cannon bee is right. And also 1 layer of protection. We have a little bit of a chit-chat. And with a Tiger Vespa in hand, this should be game. There's Tiger Vespa, and we got 6 attacks going for game 2. Let's take a look at the clock. That's like 3 minutes and 50 seconds for game 1. That's how it again can go. If you have enough security phase up, that's just game. So, pretty good thing with Royal Base is you can secure your win if you're pretty safe. So this is kind of a different start. Here's Elegmon and Tapimon Searcher, which is, yeah, okay. We've got Funbimon looking for a second Wookiee, and we don't find a second Wookiee, but we've got a CS trade card, so we take either the Tamer or the level 6 Green Bee. We take the Tamer. And I guess we play out the Tamer by Digivolving on top of the Funbee. Yes. Digivolve into Waspmon, playing out the Tamer. Placing 1 face up. So this is a mediocre start. We are kind of good if the Waspmon is not outed. He moves out the Elegmon, which means our Waspmon will be outed. And he also got Agemon and Aegis one hand, so Agemon is gonna grab something. Oh my god, there's Inori. When attacking, he can just... Is he going to go in for when attacking? Yes, he goes in for when attacking. Elegmon is going to take the top card of security to hand. Inori is going to trigger, going to Aegis-mon. Aegis-mon give minus 5,000. So that guy is, yeah, deleted. Ouch. Happens. Yeah. 2 checks. Faye is going to play it out. Faye is absolutely useless in this scenario. Yeah, also Tapimon goes in security, dies, which is whatever. And next up, we've got Elegmon. Kind of chill. So the only thing I do is place Royal Base security, suspend Faye to draw a card, gain memory, and then play Canby for 8. Because that's the only thing I can do. Oh, that has impact. I think I got level 4 in hand, but no level 3 Digimon. And having like an ace, which was also protected after acing, is kind of nice, I guess. Another Agemon. That's insane. So there's another security, which is a plus in Jupitermon. Jupitermon reduces the devolution cost by 1 for each security that's removed. Or it's actually the other way around. Like the devolution cost is equal to your security if you digivolve on top of Aegis-mon. So also that's an option if he plays Maruki. No, he doesn't play Maruki, but he could attack with the Tamer if he had a Maruki. Doesn't really matter. There's a lot of thinking. And we go into Jupitermon. Jupitermon's going to trash, recover 2, crazy, a trash security. At some point, there are a lot of effects. Now the security is trashed, and also my Canby is deleted. The problem with Royal Base is you cannot protect against the minus CP. Minus CP is just going to take care of your stuff for real. Royal Base is going to play out the level 5 Digimon, which is Cannon B again. And Digivolving into Jupiter seals the deal. Yeah, minus 13,000 and attack. So I think I had an ace in hand, but again, my Cannon Bees just got taken care of. Game 3, I am starting, and I don't know how my start is. Well, it's a Searcher Funbee in Raising, not the best, but it's fine. Royal Base is pretty good as a start, honestly. And yeah, we just need to Digivolve a little bit more, and our opponent goes into Inori. So, we play something. We are looking kind of good. Our opponent has nothing in the Raising, and we've got, well, our stuff. So here's the thing, I don't have a level 4 in hand. And before I draw from Digivolution and take the card of my take the top card of my security to hand, I need to decide how much memory I'm paying. And I think this safe play would have been to say that I want to Digivolve for 3, reducing by 1 by the option means it would cost 2, choking him at 1. I didn't think that I would lose my entire stack right here if I decide to go for a level 5 play, but as you see, I say, hey, I want to Digivolve for 2, reducing it down to 1. I don't draw level 5, I don't get level 5 from security, and I don't have another Royal Base to choke him at 2. So I play out a Fae. Inori's should give him 1 memory, I guess, but it didn't for some reason. Maybe I'm misremembering Inori, but He's at 4 anyways, which means he can play out the option, play out an Elegmon. Elegmon searches an Agumon, and from Agumon he goes into Agosmon and gives minus 5,000. Unlucky. It only had 5,000 DP, so it's deleted. That's how the table turns somehow. We play another Royal Base, which would have been kind of handy last turn. And we actually extend our turn to go into winner. We want to have a little bit more security face up, or a little bit more cards face up for the Royal Base. And now here's a difficult play. So he has an Agosmon and we've got a Royal Base. Right now I've got the Cannonbee that can Digivolve and the Cannonbee that can also protect itself. And Digivolving down to Elegmon would be kind of nice if he had nothing in hand to Digivolve on top, but he had something to Digivolve on top, which is the promo Agumon. Not too good, but also not too bad, I guess. Yeah, happens. Oh, he plays out the option for 3, which is going to remove a security card. Also, Elegmon comes down, and because security was removed, after the search he can use an Ori to go into Agosmon for 0, which is, insane. That's going to take care of our Cannonbee, I believe. No, it's only going to give minus 5,000. The deletion effect is only if it has 3 or less security, I believe. So from this angle, we Digivolve into Jupitermon. Jupiter would have been outable if we still had that Cannonbee in hand, but again, I decided to play out the Cannonbee with Royal Base, which I guess was misplay. Like, taking care of the Jupiter would have been much better right here. So yeah, happens. Yes, sir. Yeah, there's no way we can get around this Jupitermon, so I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can, stunning the Jupitermon, I believe. Oh, what are we stunning? No, we're stunning the Inori to prevent some advantage to be taken care of. Well, the Inori has already Digivolved 2 Agumon into Agosmon, so this is whatever. The Vespermon is attacking into the Elegmon. He is not protecting. It would have been no minus, but also it doesn't really matter. Oh no, I could have removed Jupitermon if he protected that. But anyways, we're going for Hornet Eraser and trying to do stuff. He's going for Decode and then protecting. Which is a plus again. If I cannot finish, it doesn't matter that he's at 2 or 1 security. So yeah, he's got an Agumon on the board. And a lot of memory, so he goes into Agosmon and then into another Jupiter, I believe. Also, along the way, he's clearing my Digimon, also gaining the third Tamer, also going to the Jupiter, yes. And from there on, it's actually unplayable because he has so much advantage on the board. 3 Tamer, 2 Jupiter, and he puts me at 6, which doesn't really matter. I cannot go into any high-level plays. I go for Hornet Eraser as a fun play. I'm quote-unquote trying to delete the Jupitermon, which has Decode, to give him some more advantage, and then I give up because it's unplayable. Jupitermon is kind of cracked. Yeah, minus DP is kind of hard to beat, but what is not hard to beat, and which is going to be last match, is Lucemon. Lucemon is a pretty fun deck. Lucemon can obviously make you decide if you want to reduce your own security or give them security with the, I believe, EX6 Lucemon. Or was that the Searcher? I don't remember. Or BT18. No, the BT18 Lucemon made you choose. So here's a pretty funny thing. The Fae is 4 cost and his Lucemon Digivolve for 5. So I kind of choke myself, but because the Fae is so much memory and we've got the reduction Fun B, we are kind of at 4 memory and not at 1. So we gain so much advantage from the once per turn effects that we, or like the Digivolution or everything that only happens once in a turn if we do it like this. Going first is tempo-wise pretty good right here. Yeah, again, with Protoform and the Funby, we can Digivolve for 0, go into winner. Winner is going to take the top security and play something in security. And if you see the memory, we're still at 3, so we can access our level 5 and our level 6, which is Queen Bee. Queen Bee is going to put something in security, which is... I can actually see it, but now we're at 6 security, which is a nightmare for any Lucemon player. We don't play out something for reduced by 3, because I guess I only have a champion in hand, which would make a lot of sense. Now he's reading all of my cards. Pretty explosive turn 2, honestly. I don't... So, because Lucemon has a problem. Lucemon cannot target my cards with his deletion effects. He can go into battle, but again, I can protect. And I have more DP than he has right now. Even if he goes to 16, I think I have more. So he cannot target me for deletion. I can decide to just trash my top security because I'm going to recover like crazy in the following turns. Which is also the reason why I trashed my top security, which is the Fae. After some contemplation, there's a Dokuzon. Dokuzon is going to Digivolve into Chaosmon and keep turn if he wants to. I can choose if I want to delete or trash something in security. I'm trashing my security, which is a royal base option card. Holy moly, if he attacked and checked that, it would have been crazy. But now it's in security to recover with my Queen Bee Mon. Going into Loser X. Loser X is, end of turn, he can make me trash something, or he can choose to delete something. That's the only time he can actually choose to actively delete something, which I have, but I'm going to trash because, I mean, I'm recovering like crazy with this deck. So, start of main, the Fae is going to give me a memory after I place something, I believe. Yeah, gain 1 before I place something. I'm not using the Poro effect because I know what I'm going to play in just a moment. Looking at what I can place in security. Keeping the Royal Base as top card in my trash. So I'm playing for 4. Which is Forge B. I cannot take a face down, so I just place a face up card. And now because I had a card, gain 1, draw 1. Yes, it can actually recover 1 without any more strings attached than my security being face up, so that's pretty nice, as a lot of things are. Going into Cannon B. Cannon B, again, can protect itself. And now here's the very important thing. I went into, I guess, end of turn timing to get the collision. Because if he protects with his Lucemon, I can, attack collision again. Because when attacking, I want to delete something, and after that, I can battle him. He has to block. He cannot protect twice, so I had to go into the end of turn timing to, basically be really, 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 really safe to out his Loser X, which is exactly what I did. So we go in, placing something in trash, which is the Royal Base, as the top card. Putting it as a bottom security card to try to delete it. He protects by trashing the top security card from both of us. Which is fine. He's going to block collision. Yes, piercing 1 check. Dead or alive. That's crazy. Dead or alive is going to play out. Chaos mode. I'm going to trash my top security. He's going to recover. I don't have reboot. And finally, we go for an attack. On the attack, I'm going to play something with DP. And I think counting the DP, I should have more DP with at least plus 3000. I'm trying to bounce into hand. He can protect that, but let's see if that's even what he wants to do. So if he protects that, he's just losing his security, so he's not doing that. So from this point onward, I should be kind of fine. He's going to move out the Lucemon. Lucemon, end of turn, plays 5 cards at the bottom. gaining some memory back. He's at 0. And now the problem is he can float into something. Like he can float into a Leviamon, I guess. But I have 2 protections alive. So if he tries to delete both of my Digimon, I can protect him with these separate instances. When Digivolving, I'm going to trash my Fae. Because right now I don't want him to recover. I want to close the game next turn. I don't want him to have any more recover effects in security. He attacks, which does not that much. He doesn't even have a target in trash to float actually, so I'm blocking that. His board is empty. He passes turn, and we've got a lot of attacks. Might not be enough, because we only have 3 more unsuspense. He has 4 security. I mean, with the Queen Bee, we also have 1 extra unsuspend. There's Dokuzon, Digivolving, exactly nothing. There's the Satan mode. We have more DP, I believe. No, I need to protect. That's crazy. 2 more security and 3 to 4 attacks, depending on if we need to protect the Queen Bee right now. So, putting something in security. Oh, also we got Forge Bee. Yeah, we can play out Forge Bee and get another face up. So that's +2. We should have enough attacks again, yeah. Oh, Lucemon is going to recover something because we hit the larvae, I don't know. The white Lucemon. And that's game. Nice. Game 2. He starts with something that costs 5. Is he going to move out and gain a memory? Yes, he is. Is that a mistake? Well, it would be... I mean, we could Digivolve for 1 and then play out a Fae, if we had a Fae, but no, we have the memory setter, which costs 5. So that's pretty nice again. We've got some tempo. We will go to at least 3 memory. I mean, at least 3 memory against Lucemon is like a given most of the time. But yeah, we got some tempo with the winner. We can go a little bit faster into our Queen Bee plays, have some more deletion, some more reduction with the second when Digivolving, when taking effect. He checks security, there's something to recover, I guess, but let's see how it goes. Here's a Chaosmon. We got a second card. We are down to 3 security, but that's not the last 3 of our security cards that we're going to have. And we are at 4 memory. He only has a Lucemon with 1 protection. Digivolving for 0 and shitting out a Tamer. Do we have a Tamer in hand? Big question. We do have a Fae. Crazy setup once again. Going to the Digivolve Cannon B. That is kind of crazy. And we got how much? Oh, it doesn't matter how much DP we have because we can just end of turn attack with the Queen Beemon to delete the Lucemon. Draw. Do we want to attack? I don't think we want to attack. Oh yeah, we don't need to attack because we delete play cost 14. Yeah. Again, from this point onward, we are at a very nice situation. Our opponent is at 1. We have 2 Tamers and a Queen Bee, which is like 10 million memory each turn if it survives, and it survives. He cannot target the Queen Bee, so Queen Bee most likely is going to survive. If we play it correctly, we can even get a second stack with protection up. Let's see what we do. We have everything face up, so any EX11 card is going to be a straight recover 1. We play out a Forge Bee, which is again a recover 1, so we're at 6 security. We got +5 security, it seems like. +5 DP from security and inheritance. The Lucemon search is not the best thing we could have hit. I mean, anything else would have been kind of nice, but yeah, apart from Dead or Alive and Lava and... Well, there are a lot of bad cards thinking about it. So we go into Vespermon. And for 4, choking them at 1, another Queen Bee. Now we've got, again, 2 protections, 2 Queen Bees, which are probably going to survive. And I would highly think that the Fun Bee in Raising is going to be a... What's it called? The Tiger Vespa next turn. Another Fae. We will go to at least 7 memory. We have 2 recovers each turn. And our opponent has 1 Rookie Raising. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. There's a... that's the loose one that can protect itself by forcing us to delete something that we have. If we don't delete something, it's gonna be protected. If not, it's deleted. Also, his when Digivolving is going to recover him something. It's absolutely fine for him to recover at this point because we have so much advantage. We're going to drown at advantage. There's even nothing in our trash to recover anymore, so we need some more cards to put into our security. But again, if we place something from our hands into security, we can just use the Fae to draw cards again if we have 7 or less. We even put a Tiger Vespermon as security. And for some reason the stream had some issues at that point, but the stream got itself back. Seems kind of... Let's skip ahead. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 security. And we can go up to 9 with the both Queen Bee mon effects. There's a Forge Bee, which is gonna get us already up to 8 security. Oh no, we're not placing anything. We might need all of our Digimon in hand that we have. The Queen Bee will be red, and we're gonna place something and then delete without placing. Because we don't have to place, we can also just choose to delete. We play out a Fae from hand, which we could have played beforehand, by the way. Royal Base is going to grab back something else. Oh, now we suspend the Fae, okay. We play out a Fun Bee, we Digivolve a Waspmon, and then we are kind of chilling. Again, the Queen Bee cannot be deleted. We've got infinite recover. This should be kind of fine. Dokuzon is going to Digivolve the EX10 Loosemon. Loosemon is going to move out, Digivolve into a Chaos Mode. Chaos Mode is going to force us, quote unquote, to delete something. It's going to be a Waspmon, whatever. Start of main, we get the level 5 that we kind of need from security. As you can see, the Promon is also, again, cycle. You never lose the cards that you put in security, you just delay your accessibility to them. So we've got the level 5 in hand. That was kind of missing from our hand. Also draw 3, Pot of Generosity, whatever. No, not Generosity. Graceful Charity, that's the card. But we don't have to trash 2 cards afterwards, that's kind of nice. So we're at 9 security, we go into Tiger Vesper and attack 10 million times, right? That's how it goes. Funny enough, wait, what happened right here? He got a Dead or Alive in security. And Dead or Alive can play out anything with Loosemon in its text, if you have 10 or more cards in trash. So he plays out the new Loosemon, Satan mode, I don't know which BT or EX, I think BT18, plays the Lava to delete all of my highest level, which is level 6, Queen Bee, and Tiger Vesper. The problematic thing is that I think we only have 1 protection, which is under, I think the most, like the top Queen Bee. So, yeah, the Protoform is going to activate and recover themselves. And then we're only going to protect the Tiger Vesper one. So one thing our opponent doesn't have anything else in trash that could be dangerous to us. So we just attack for the last few checks, and that's it. Yeah, that's how big the advantage can go. And again, there's the Decklist. Let's see if I'm on 4 of the Protection Cannon Bee or if I only have 3 of the Protection Cannon Bee. Whoops, last game. Let's actually see. Oh, there's only 3. Again, our player is a 4, it's really, really important. And with that, it was kind of a lot. I hope you enjoyed this thorough analyzation of the entire gameplay of the deck, of the plays. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.